Yes, that is right. Today is Thursday, September 13th, 2018. Thursday, Night Football Players Day. But this is the CFoD show. My name is Danny McCormick, and over here
they know our fucking names, Danny. We've been doing this shit for 5 years. Can we get into it?
This is how I open the show.
Everybody knows the opening, Danny. We've seen this time and time again. That's why
Do
people
you
don't
want
watch the show.
Do you want to open the show?
Yes, I do want to open the show.
Well, you can't.
I should be allowed to.
Well,
Rochambeau you for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next week.
All right.
Square. Next week, that's how we open the show.
Same place.
That sounds like a great addition to our farewell season.
Hashtag farewell season.
Because that's what this is. This is our farewell season.
I'm
the
sorry
CFoD
for
show.
So early in the farewell season.
I understand, but and also sorry that we were arguing in front of the children. Little James Conner down there.
Look how happy he is.
Week 1 MVP.
So impressionable.
He must not be able to hear us very well because he is just an image.
He's got that hair blocking his ears from behind, so he can't actually hear behind the ears. If his ears were at the top of his head, we'd be in trouble. But
yeah. So just so you know, we're still doing the CFoD MVP this year, and there he is.
Yes.
If not for James Conner, Randall, who was projected to be the worst player in the entire league, if you don't count Tommy, won his matchup this week. We'll get more into that during last week's stuff and standings and all that, but yeah, James Conner, big help for Randall this week.
Congratulations, James Conner. You outscored your projection of 14 points by 19 points. You put up 33, leading to Randall's 16-point victory over Cody. Good job.
And what did you get for that? You got yourself a tie, which is what Randall loves.
Well, you got a tie in the real NFL, but you can rest easy knowing that you won Randall a game. And
I know,
that's
think
the joy. That's
I
what
think
he's
it's
all
close
about
enough
down
to
there.
Randall
See the
having
joy.
a tie.
So look how happy he is.
Yeah.
Randall's getting his ties. Don't worry about him. But
He
it's just, it's that chemistry. It's that good team chemistry that he's all about.
And now that we're riding this good energy from James Conner and Randall winning a game, I want to get into another game. We're playing a sweepstakes game this year. And last week, we had 2 entrants. 2 people entered.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Ralph, congratulations. You get 10 points.
Whoa.
And Randall, congratulations on your 9 points.
Wow, Randall just he outperformed across the board.
So, if you want to win a real prize, a real good prize, play the game.
Like adopting a Syrian refugee?
No. No, it is nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
It's way better than that.
Like an actual, tangible prize.
Real tangible prize. It is not a car, not a truck, not a Cobra, not a Viper, not a pony, not a helicopter. No, your guesses were all wrong.
That kind of narrows it down.
So, because I want to get more participation in this week, we're just going to put the word right down there right now. That's right. This week's word is hashtag EK65.
Hashtag EK65. What could that possibly... There was a hockey signing today.
This isn't a hockey show. It's just it's completely unrelated.
All right.
Just because it's Thursday, September 13th, 2018 at 4:45.
We'll talk about that during the Sharks episode in 4 weeks.
Probably. So, anyways, there we go. Hashtag EK65
I'm sending it in right now.
CFODshow@gmail.com. Get yourself some points. Get yourselves entered in to win the prize. It's a real prize. I promise you. Whoever wins is going to be happy. And or disgrateful because
10 points for me. I just submitted it.
You're not eligible.
The fuck? Then what did I just waste that 14 seconds for?
You were here anyway.
I wasn't listening to you anyway.
That's fair.
That's all right.
All right. So now that we've done that, it's time to go to set number 2.
All right.
Bye, James.
See ya, buddy.
All right.
I'll be back.
Here we are, set number 2. A lot more space, a lot more room. We can really stretch our legs here.
I stretched your mama's legs.
We have the buttons set up, and you didn't even take the easy setup. Damn you.
It wasn't phrased properly.
Spread your legs.
It's been a while since I used the button. I'm not sure if I remember. It's been so long.
All right. Well, do you want to see?
That's what your mama said.
All right. Well, this is what happened.
I feel home.
Last week.
Do we have to... last year? That's what happened?
What the heck? Here it is.
Now they gotta deal with
I have 2 different last week.
Well,
that's this week.
Sounds
I gotta not use this week.
Sounds like poor editing. Poor production.
So, I could edit that out. It's easy.
No, don't.
Welcome back to the CFoD show, where we've got this week's standings, last week's standings, whatever. It's a good day.
Well, Danny got lucky. That much is evident. Jeff,
Have you
also
ever
got
been
lucky.
in 12th place in the CFoD? Ever?
I'm not
I've
sure.
been pretty damn close.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know I've lost in week 1 before, but I'm not sure. It was a rough week. But this is okay. This is, if you ever seen the replacements, like week 1 is rough. That's where we're like puking on the field and
Plus, you're Keanu Reeves.
learning lessons, life lessons, learning about how we need heart.
You'll
and
be
stuff like
dodging
that.
bullets in no time.
So this was after the Matrix.
I'm just saying, Keanu.
But either way,
You'll find a phone booth.
Just give me a couple of weeks. We'll be fine. We'll be ready to win the championship.
You'll go on an excellent adventure.
Indeed we shall. So that happened. Alan got butthurt against Jeff, really against Michael Thomas. Mm-hmm. That had a lot to do with that. In fact, if you just look at this breakdown right here, the matchup between Amari Cooper and Michael Thomas directly, difference of 37 points there from their second round picks. So that was 38 points for Mikey Tommy.
Yeah.
And only 1 point for Amari Cooper, who I was really hoping would fall to me in that draft. I'm now glad that he did not. That was rough.
How many points did you get from your second round pick?
Almost as many as Alan got from his.
That's okay. Fair. Good
One
turn.
less than Alan got from his.
All right.
And then moving on down there, we talked about Randall with his win over Ashley, thanks to that MVP performance from James Conner.
Mm-hmm. And Ashley didn't have a bad week. She just didn't have a spectacular one against an opponent who did.
No, she was right there, middle of the road. Again, if it wasn't for James Conner of Ashley's Pittsburgh Steelers, that had been kind of a
Painful.
Well, not painful. I mean, I'm sure she had a tie, but it's better than losing to the Browns.
Yeah.
Thanks to
Did
that
you know that the
performance.
game tonight between the Ravens and the Bengals will determine the first team in the AFC North to have a loss?
Not necessarily.
Unless they tie. Yeah, I know. Unless they pull a Randall.
They're trying to break Randall's record of what does Randall have, like 5 ties in his
He does.
CFoD history?
Yep.
Know your history. So yeah, that was a good win by Randall.
Moving on to two games that ended in 160 scores to 1 scores.
Indeed, no, these were not close at all. Both Jeff, and the clusterfucker making a statement coming out right here. He did not take kindly to your prediction of him repeating his clusterfucker.
Justin, you mean? You said Jeff.
Anyways, did I say Jeff? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm so sorry, Justin. I apologize.
Justin and Barron
vehemently for that.
went out and won their games.
Barron, yeah, I got distracted by the clusterfucker, and I was focusing on that, and I think either way, it's in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah, Barron did not like being called a repeat clusterfucker.
Well, I did predict him to win the game.
Oh, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Did you predict a performance like this?
Probably.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course.
All right, that's fair. Side note, did you know that currently we're on a 2-year streak of the clusterfucker making the playoffs the following year? So it's
And I want to say they each started off the season 2-0 in the last couple years as well too.
Interesting.
We should look that up.
I should be the clusterfucker this year.
If I look it up and I find out the record of the last couple years of the clusterfucker, I'll try and edit it in right here, right now.
Nice. Or not nice. I don't know.
And
yet.
if it is there, now it's gone.
And if it was never there to begin with, then you suck.
Then we wasted a lot of time. But I have a new segment ready for right now.
We didn't finish the breakdown.
Oh.
Or the recap of that, because Cody won a game too. James's Mighty Sea Cucumbers were not mighty enough for Alvin Kamara.
He just turned his head and he golfed at him.
Yeah, just golfed that recycled sand right back at him, and it was cleaner than it was when he took it in.
That's what your mama said.
All right,
Okay.
my work here is done.
All right, now you ready for my new segment?
Sure.
All right. It is called the CFoD Cool Guy of the Week. So, many, many years ago, it was established here on this very show that bench points equal coolness.
No, I see where this is going.
To be fair, I came up with the segment before I did the research on it to see what it was. But it turns out that the cool guy of the week
Was it me?
is Tommy Vereen.
I'm cool as fuck.
77 bench points. You did have some competition. 2 people did have in the 70s in bench points.
Oh.
Being Ralph and whoever Ralph played, I think. But
Interesting.
the coolest dude out of your entire team and the entire league was Deshaun Jackson.
He was cool as fuck.
He was very fucking cool. 31 points on Tommy's bench.
31?
31.
That's impressive. I wish they were in my lineup.
Now, there was a cooler dude, but I'm not counting it because he wasn't on a bench. He was a free agent. His name was Ryan Fitzpatrick. He went to Harvard.
Oh, never heard of him.
No, me neither. But he was 35 points cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
Should I start Deshaun Jackson this week?
Probably not. He can't think straight. And his shoulder hurts.
Maybe his head will be better by then.
Okay.
But yeah, good old Deshaun Jackson. He was undrafted in the CFoD. Picked him up off the waivers. I really
Impressive.
should have started him.
Impressive.
I should have started
You
him.
would have lost still.
Not
But you
if-
would have. But you would have broken the whole. If you scored under 140, you lose. If you score over 140, you win.
Well, I
'Cause you
predict had I scored more, I would have put the pressure on you, and you would have choked at the end.
yeah, the Saints would have gotten more minus points. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's cool guy of the week.
Thanks
Tommy Vereen, you get your glasses. Ka-ching. All right. Now we're on to standings, which is pretty easy to discern because everybody who won is up on the top 6. Everybody who lost is in the bottom 6.
Yep, this will all change next week, so there's really no need to talk about it now.
All right, if that's what you say. It is funny to note that tiebreakers are sorted by points scored. If I didn't start a defense, I'd be in 4th place.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting
Who
to
dat?
me. All right, so now that we've done standings, let's move on to next week.
What's happening next week?
No. What I mean is we've completed the part of the show that has to do with last week. We talked about
everything.
MVP. We talked about who was cool. We talked about who won.
We didn't talk about who fucked up.
You're right.
Sounds like you just fucked up.
Huh? Hit the bumper.
Cleveland with its first tie since 1989 against Kansas City.
Yeah, those Browns fans looked really happy to get that
A
tie.
lot of happiness going on there. Did I see Randall in there somewhere? I thought I.
Well, it was a tie.
That's right. The old time-honored saying, where there's a tie, there's a Randall. So
Yeah, I believe that
probably
is
was
the
in there
oldest.
somewhere. Or maybe
adage.
I just made the connection in my head and thought I saw
Could
him.
be.
I don't know.
Could be. So, anyways, everybody's favorite segment, Fuck Up of the Week. Tommy, take it away.
Right. This week, I mean, everybody's dying to know who the first fuck up of the season was.
I hope it's not me.
And no, it wasn't you this time, Danny. You were close, but you didn't quite make it. This week's fuck up of the week goes to none other than Cody McDougal. Not because of anything he did with his team. He won just fine. He had a good week.
This is true.
This is a pure fab fuck up.
Fab.
Because I don't know if you saw the first waivers went through this week.
Yeah, I think I bid $8 on everybody.
Yeah, there was a tight end on the market. His name is Jared
Dissy?
Cook. No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
But it's Walt Disney. And that's not who we're talking about.
Okay.
It was actually Jared Cook.
That's right. I
Yeah.
did put in an $8 bid for him.
Yeah, well, Cody put in more, and that's why he got Jared
Yeah.
Cook. So it was
Like,
successful.
15?
Add about 40 to that. It was a $55 bid.
50.
Now, 15 would have been enough to get the bid, because the next highest was 11.
Do you remember when Lance Dunbar went for $42?
No, but that sounds right.
My dad.
Oh, that sounds more familiar now. But yeah, this kind of just reeks of one of those moves. Now, don't get me wrong. Jared Cook had a phenomenal game,
Yeah.
but we have seen this out of Jared Cook before.
Yeah, he has about 2 of these a year.
Actually, I believe Jared Cook has the franchise single game tight end record for 4 different franchises.
Oh!
So he has done this before.
Yeah.
And then he kind of just disappears after that. So it wasn't necessarily like, maybe Jared Cook has turned the corner and he's finally broken out and this is who he's going to be. But it's just that $40 in fab that you didn't need to spend. And we were kind of light on fuck ups this week. So
Yeah. You know what might actually help people not fuck up? If they got some tips from a very smart individual.
your mom got a tip from a smart individual.
It's time for everybody's new favorite segment. Hear ye, hear ye. It is time for tips from the clusterfucker.
What? Oh. To win your weekly matchup, score more points than your opponent.
That was this week's Tips from the Clusterfucker.
Well, thanks, Baron. Could have used that advice last week.
Well, his advice works. I did start a kicker again.
I started a kicker, too. Couldn't really tell. He only got 3 points, but could have been more specific on that advice, too, Baron. These tips suck.
I think they're pretty damn good.
Sure. Whatever.
Well, anyways, I think that's all we've got until are we doing breakdowns now?
Sure, let's break it down.
All right, time for everybody's favorite segment.
Sure,
Weekly breakdowns.
A lot of favorite segments.
This is the
CFoD
Weekly Breakdown.
Game number 1.
That's right. The music is pumping. It's another week, another time for us to tell you who's going to win, who's going to lose. We're going to be right. We're going to be awesome. We're going to break it down. Starting with game number 1, Tommy and Alan. Tommy, what do you see in this game?
Well, I'm in it, so clearly I'm going to win. That's basically what I'm going with. I'm awesome. Plus, Alan is sitting over there with Mari Cooper, the guy with 1 point on the season.
Which is still 1 more point than your second-round pick got.
But still, only 1 more point, and I didn't have a second-round pick, so that's how bad that situation is. Plus, Mr. Devontae Freeman's down there, too, and it's looking like he might not play against Carolina, so Alan's got some question marks going into a matchup against a stacked 12th place team like the Replacements. And as I was talking about earlier, if you've seen that movie, which is a comedic gold for the whole family, you really should check it out. But I've gone through the rough stages of that first game. Now this is where I'll go through my growing pains and get that last second win, thus energizing the fan base and the roster. So Tommy wins.
Plus, if you just look at your top 3 players there, Phillip Rivers, he's going against the same defense that Joe Flacco just put up a top 5 performance against.
That's fair. I think Phillip Rivers is better than Joe Flacco.
And then you've also got Josh Gordon and Corey Davis, who are both expected to receive bigger opportunity this week. And Marvin Jones Stafford can't be that bad again.
No. I think the Jets defense is really good.
And then from there, everybody else on your team sucks, including that D Johnson guy. But anyways, yeah, I think it's pretty fair to say that you win.
Consensus.
Game number 2.
That's right. Here we are. Game number 2.
Mighty Sea Cuckoo.
Oh, hey, look at that.
That's funny.
Let's just say James versus Ralph.
James versus Ralph.
All right. So anyways, despite the projection total difference,
Yahoo's not the best projector.
I still think that Ralph actually has the advantage in this game.
Oh.
Yes, Andrew Luck isn't as good as Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers is on 1 foot. Devontae Adams is a much better wide receiver than, well, no, he's a good receiver, but it doesn't matter who's throwing him the ball.
1 foot.
Golden Tate, we just said, he's got to do better. Nelson Aguilar could do great. Dalvin Cook looked great this week. I love Kenyon Drake this year. Trey Burton's got to do something. I love Ralph's team.
It's a solid lineup.
So then I just look over at James's team and I see Lamar Miller and Tariq Cohen as his top 2 running backs. They're not bad players. They're just not. They're not Dalvin Cook and Kenyon Drake. And then there's Robert Woods, who's going to do worse than Kelvin Benjamin this week.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
The only thing that really scares me on James's team, I guess, is Ben Roethlisberger, because he's probably going to put up 1 billion points.
And I think 1 billion will be more than however many Ralph scores. So that's why I'm picking James. Contention.
Game number 3.
Game number 3 between Baron and Josh. Last year's champ versus last year's chump. Hashtag not dark horse.
Oh, he was pretty much the favorite, too. No, he wasn't, I don't think. I think maybe he was. I don't remember last year too clearly. But Baron definitely clusterfucked his way to the title.
Justin was the
front
runner, and then somehow he won in week 1.
Somehow Baron found a way to get it done. He did not use his own tips. So, so I'm looking at this, and I'm still seeing that hashtag the less people hangover as I'm looking over there. Josh had a bad week last week. He's projected to lose this week. A lot of players there I don't feel good about. Marquise Goodwin might not play. Robbie Anderson had one target last week. It was a good target, don't get me wrong, but one target from Sammy Darnold.
Larry Fitzgerald's on the road versus L.A.
Indeed. There was question marks there. Shady against L.A. I guess the Chargers. He didn't do so well last week. So that, and I'm looking down Barron's lineup, and I'm seeing things that I like. So that's why I'm picking Barron.
Yeah. Given my bold prediction from last week, it's hard for me to do this, but I think Barron's gonna start 2-0
and still be the clusterfuck, right?
And of course, and the champ is going to be 0-2.
Oh, wow! So it appears that we have a consensus.
Game number 4.
That's right, game number 4 between this guy and Cody.
Matchup of last week's number 1 scorer and number 2 scorer.
Yep.
And
Alvin Kamara and Tyreek Hill.
That's right. And Cody outscored you last week with that combination, so I'm picking him to outscore you again this week.
Well, that's not fair. We didn't even play each other last week.
Yeah, but he scored more points than you. So he
scored 3 more points than me. So if I didn't start a defense, I would have tied him.
Did you start a defense this week?
Well, yeah, I had to start a defense.
So you've learned nothing, and that's why Cody's going to win.
Well, the Saints are playing the Browns. They'll do better this year, this week.
So they're not playing the powerhouse Buccaneers.
No.
So they were only at home against Ryan Fitzpatrick.
The Buccaneers are playing Philly this week.
Oh, and so Cody's defense is at home against Ryan Fitzpatrick.
We're both going to get negative points this week.
And Cody's still going to win. I pick Cody.
I disagree.
Contention.
Game number 5.
Game number 5. Justin versus Ashley. The powerhouse of the league versus, well, somebody who's always making the playoffs.
With Dante Moncrief in the lineup.
Oh,
super excited. She does have Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley can put up 40 points.
Funches.
I like Jordan Howard too. But it's not even Ashley. It's the other side of that. You look down that lineup, and how do you pick that to lose? I mean, when you've got Antonio Brown and Julio Jones again, you can't pick against that. You can't possibly fuck that up.
It's actually quite easy.
That's what your mama said. I'm so glad we have these buttons back.
Consensus. Justin.
Game number 6. Big game of the week.
Are you guys pumped for the big game of the week?
I'm not. I can give a rat's ass.
But it's between the 5th place Randall team and the 3rd place Jeff team. That's right. The 2nd worst team in the league based on projections, and the team you predicted boldly to miss the playoffs.
That's right.
One of them is going to start 2-0.
And still miss the playoffs. And, yeah, I'm looking down this, and, yeah, it's
we just look.
I don't even know what to say about this. You got Jeff's receivers, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Keenan Allen, Michael Thomas. That's tough to compete against. Juju should have some fun against the Chiefs secondary. But then you see Chris Carson and C.J. Anderson, and I'm not sure how...
Well, and then you look at the other side, and yes, Randall's got DeAndre Hopkins and Drew Brees, but then after that, he's got Ted Ginn and Nunwa. Hunt didn't do well last week. Connor can't possibly do the same he did the week before. Bruce Ellington, I don't like that pick, and Stafford's probably going to throw 3 more picks.
Well, he's definitely going to throw 3 more picks, I can promise you that.
Jacksonville's playing the Patriots.
Yeah, so that's 3 picks for them, too.
Well, no. It's the highest scoring offense in the league.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be bad. But, so, I wanted to pick Randall here. I was really close to doing it, but I've got a breaking decision to make. Check this out.
Whoa, what button are you...
CFoD. Bold predictions. Bound to go... right?
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
That's right. Bold prediction, Danny. I just determined that while looking at this, that C.J. Anderson is going to have a breakout game leading Jeff to victory. C.J. Anderson will score no fewer than 30 points.
Well, as a Panthers fan, I'm okay with that, but you told me you didn't have a bold prediction, so
Changed my mind. Didn't have one until just now.
I didn't prepare one.
Well, I did.
Bold prediction. This episode will end in 2 minutes.
It's very bold. Mm-hmm. I'm going to ramble on and make sure that doesn't happen.
All right. Consensus.
All right.
That concludes this week's Weekly Breakdowns.
All right, well, that was this week's weekly breakdowns.
It sure was fun. It was a good time.
Here we are, set number 3. This is where we're going to end up having standings down there. I didn't quite get to edit it in.
We should
this
spend
week.
like 3 minutes talking about what it's going to look like.
No, we've only got like a minute and a half left for my prediction to be right. So anyways, guys.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about it?
Well, it's our farewell season. We should probably just get on with
Farewell
it.
season.
Because, people, they're sad. They don't want us to just linger. You want to go out on top.
No,
so
you're
we're
trying
going
to
out.
make your bold prediction come true,
We
and
are-
I refuse to have yours come true without mine coming true.
Well, I'm okay with yours coming true.
Well, I'm not.
What?
I don't know. The point is, I don't like you being right.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching again.
This is not over. We're not done with this. You can't just end the show right now. We're on a point. People are intrigued. We got to wrap this up the right way.
This set doesn't have the buttons.
Why not? That's bullshit.
Okay, guys, for the 4th time,
Wait,
thank you
no,
for
we're not-
watching this
I've
week.
got some Shakespearean poetry I'd like to read to the people out there. This is a lover's complaint from a hill whose concave womb rewarded a plaintful story from a sistering vale. My spirits attend this double voice accorded, and down I laid to list the sad-tuned tale. Ere long espied, a fickle maid full pale, tearing of papers, breaking rings a-twain, storming her world with sorrow's wind and rain. What the fuck? You can't just point to